cycle of limited financing and unleash the full potential of agribusiness in Nigeria. In Abuja, I am Musa Abubakar, NTA News.
The new United States Consul General to Nigeria, Rick Swart, says his focus will be on expanding commercial engagements and fostering sustainable growth through trade, investment, and innovation. He made this known during a high-level meeting with the Minister of Trade and Investment, Dr. Jumoke Oduwole, in Abuja. The high-level engagement is coming at a time trade relations between the U.S. and Nigeria is experiencing a significant shift due to a new U.S. trade policy that has imposed a new 15% tariff on imports from Nigeria, effective August 2025. Meanwhile, the Nigerian-U.S. Commercial and Investment Partnership, which was signed in July 2024 to foster collaboration in sectors like technology, remove regulatory barriers, and promote private investment, is ongoing. The Accountant General of the Federation, Shamsuddin Ogunjumi, says Nigeria is committed to promoting leadership and excellence in public finance and management through sound accounting practices and transparent reporting systems across Africa. This was as Ogunjumi emerged Deputy Chairperson of the Executive Committee of the African Association of Accountants General, AAAG, at the association's AGM in Ghana. The AAAG is a Pan-African body comprising the offices of the Accountants General from across the continent, currently representing 22 member countries. Director of Press, Bawa Mokwa, says Nigeria's election to this high-ranking position reflects the confidence and esteem with which Ogunjumi and the nation's commitment to fiscal transparency is regarded by peers across Africa. The federal government has clarified issues bordering on the concerns surrounding the possible discontinuation of funding for road infrastructure projects under the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited NNPCL tax credit scheme. Kenneth Nanim reports.
Works Minister David Umahi, in a meeting with the affected contractors in Abuja, reaffirms the administration's commitment to infrastructure development. On the issue of unpaid certificates under the NNPCL tax credit scheme, the minister clarifies that majority of the projects will remain unaffected, assuring the contractors, particularly those working on concession-bound roads, that before such projects are handed over to prospective concessionaires, all necessary steps would have been taken.
But I have said that any project that is going to be concessioned and we've seen the contract, we've seen the money, that no contractor will be out of the site without, getting paid. But in the NNPC project, I don't see much of request for concession in all the projects that you are doing. Most of the projects that are, up for concession budgetary, projects.
Works Minister Umahi directed that all contractors and field officers should return to sites and resume work immediately, and emphasizes that updated project documentation, including revised scopes for critical corridors like the Lokoja-Benin dual carriageway and all other projects, must be submitted within 7 days. Minister Umahi informed all contractors of NNPCL projects that President Tinubu has approved that funding of such projects from 1st August 2025 will continue on a new sustainable funding mechanism. Kenneth Nanim, NTA News.
Maiduguri, the Borno state capital, has continued to wear a new look as more development and people-oriented projects sprang up in the ancient city. The projects are part of efforts to adorn the city, provide social services to the citizenry in line with the urban renewal program of the state government. Mohammed Goni reports that Governor Babagana Omar Zulum expected construction of 4 landmark projects being executed by his administration within Maiduguri, the state capital, and environs.
About 10 kilometers away from Maiduguri metropolis, the Kashim Ibrahim University Teaching Hospital stands as a magnificent edifice along Kano Road, drawing attention with its impressive architecture. The two-story structure is designed to meet the standards of a modern teaching hospital, serving both as training ground for medical professionals and as tertiary healthcare facility. Governor Zulum inspected various sections of the hospital, which is at the completion stage, with finishing touches ongoing to pave the way for installation of equipments and other necessary facilities for smooth takeoff.
We can have a pitting hospital with the state-of-art facilities. People will prefer to go to the state teaching hospital than to Cairo and India.
Another flagship project is the Maiduguri International Conference Center, situated on a 7-hectare plot with a built-up area of approximately 6,000 square meters and a main hall capacity of 4,000 seats. The center also comprises a 2,500 capacity multipurpose hall, guest chalets, banquet halls, seminar rooms, and other supporting facilities. To tackle perennial flooding in parts of Maiduguri and neighboring communities, the state government is constructing a modern flood drainage control network.
After the completion of this work, the annual problems of drainage that we are facing, the flooding that we are facing along the entire Guamari Kulumputu axis will be the past.
The post office flyover, the fourth of its kind constructed under the Zulum administration, aligns with the urban renewal policy captured in the state's 25-year development framework and 10-year strategic plan. The governor was conducted round and brief on the progress of the project by the Commissioner for Works, Mustapha Gubio, and the site engineer, Korishi Tima.
The population of Maiduguri is increasing rapidly in a quick geometrical ratio. So, but the infrastructure available in the town cannot cater for the needs of the population. So what we need is to upgrade the infrastructure facility in terms of road networks. In terms of, you can see these flyovers. Without these flyovers, people cannot even pass the course of the next 2 years.
With over 230 projects executed by the Zulum administration in its second term and several others ongoing, the governor emphasized the importance of public sensitization on project ownership and the need to imbibe a culture of maintenance. In Maiduguri, Mahmoud Goni, NTA News.
This is the News Desk at 3 on NTA News 24. We have more reports after the break.
Feel the power of precision, engineered to perfection. Every component is crafted with care, and each design is meticulously tested. From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blending performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. At Innocent Vehicles, we proudly lead the way in creating greener mobility across Africa. And it doesn't stop there. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innocent offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.
Thanks for joining us again. The federal government, through the National Agency for the Great Green Wall, aims to transform Nigeria into a major producer of date palms, while simultaneously combating desert encroachment in 11 northern states. This was stated by the Director, National Agency for the Great Green Wall, Saleh Abubakar, at the 2025 tree planting campaign in Yobe State as part of activities marking the agency's 10-year anniversary. Yunusa Suleiman reports.
The planting of that neem seedling by the Emir of Bade, supported by the Director General of the National Agency for the Great Green Wall, in Mai Malari community, Yusufari local government area of Yobe State, marks a turning point in the renewed commitment to combating desertification in the northern region. Over 5 million assorted seedlings of various species are being planted across the 11 northern states most vulnerable to desert encroachment and land degradation. The agency also plans to embark on a massive planting of 5 million assorted dead palm seedlings, which could transform communities in the 11 benefiting states into major producers of dead palm fruits in the country.
I've chosen this site of Mai Malari as a very veritable example of desert encroachment, dry land, and degraded environment. We are very much grateful to the Great Green Wall, not only the planting of today, but they have been collaborating with the states in all their activities over the years.
This is my own advice to the community. It's for them, they should take ownership, and it's for our own good. That is whatever government does is for the community.
The initiative targets the planting of over 10 million seedlings of dead palms and other tree species to combat the impacts of climate change while economically empowering communities across the implementing states. In the Matru, Yunusa Suleiman, NTA News.
The Resident Electoral Commissioner in Kwara State, Haile Gabriel Longpet, has called on prospective voters to participate in the continuous voter registration exercise to capture Nigerians who have attained the age of 18 years from the 18th of this month with online registration, which will be followed with physical capturing. The Resident Electoral Commissioner made the call during a press briefing at the INEC office in Ilori. Ahmed Fulani's report is here presented.
In line with the Electoral Act 2022 as amended, the Independent National Electoral Commission has rolled out its timetable in Kwara State, starting with voters' registration to accommodate new sets of voters and give room for transfer from one polling unit to another. The registration, the reg disclosed, will be in two phases of online registration that will begin on August 18, with the physical registration commencing on the 25th of the same month.
Any person who is 18 years or above but could not register during the previous exercise, he or she must present himself or herself to the registration officials for registration and is able to provide evidence of his or her nationality if required.
While appreciating the support of the media to INEC, especially during the 2023 general elections, the Commissioner called for more robust collaboration and support of all the people of Kwara State in the discharge of his duties as the new reg.
It's not overemphasizing the fact that the media has become a very important and crucial strands of the electoral process in the country, because you are all as educators, informers, and disseminations of information has become very crucial as INEC has continued to develop and improve on the electoral process in this country.
Qualified Nigerians can visit INEC's website at www.cvr.inecnigeria.org to register when the portal is opened.
And in Benue State, Governor Hyacinth Alia has condemned the killing of two Igede youths along Awajuju Road. In a statement signed by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Toso Kula, the two persons were traveling from Uju on their motorcycle when they were attacked and killed in cold blood. Governor Alia also denounced a separate attack on Nyifon community in Buruku local government area. The incident reportedly carried out by youths from the Mbayaka community, also of Buruku local government area, followed a misunderstanding linked to a boat mishap. He describes the two incidents, which happened separately in different local government areas in the state, as uncalled for and unfortunate, saying nobody or group has a right to invade another community or inflict harm under any circumstance. The The Minister of State for Works, Bello Mohamed Goronyo, charges social media influencers to leverage the digital platforms for constructive engagement and to use the platforms to articulate achievements recorded through President Bola Tinubu's Renewed Hope Agenda and 9-point SMART agenda of Governor Ahmed Aliyu to the wider populace. This was while flagging off a one-day capacity building for new media influencers in Sokoto State. Bashir Ibrahim Nababa reports.
Launching the training, Minister of State for Works Bello Mohamed Goronyo described the new media as a medium to promote impacts of infrastructural and human capital development drives of the federal government, which have transformed lives of millions of Nigerians.
Social media has become a very veritable tool, and so we cannot help it than to really, key into the global arena. And by doing this, we'll be able to put on the map the achievement of His Excellency, Mr. President, and that of the Governor of Sokoto State.
Governor Ahmed Aliyu Sokoto represented commended the foresight of the minister for the laudable initiative.
The media's team in Sokoto, our social media organizers or leaders, to reorganize another event so that we come here and displace our feeling about your performance.
Director General on Media and Publicity, Abubakar Bawa, and Special Advisor to the Sokoto State Governor on Economic Matters, Bashir Mohamed Achida, reminded the participants to use the medium in projecting activities of the government. Coordinator of the program, Amini Paruk, underscores the objective of the training towards enhancing capacity of the social media influencers. A paper was presented by the Director General Strategic Communication and Event Management, Nasarawa State, Dr. Farouk Ulemani, titled Fake News as it dominates social media influencers. From Sokoto, Bashir Ibrahim Nababa, NTA News.
This is the News Desk at 3 on NTNS 24. Here is a recap of our top stories. First Lady Oloremi Tinubu condoles with people of Niger State over disasters, donates 1 billion naira to victims.
To the glory of God, I hereby flag off the Renewed Hope Initiative to the Lumelu Foundation Women Economic Empowerment Program for the benefit of the good people of this state.
African Development Bank champions youth and women empowerment in Nigeria's agri-business sector. Federal government addresses concerns over continuation of NMPCL-funded road projects under tax credit scheme.
Most of the projects that are, up for concession are budgetary, projects.
This is NTA News 24.
The chairman, Jigawa State Council of Chiefs and Emir of Hadejia, Alhaji Adamu Abubakar Maje, has pledged his support of traditional rulers towards efforts aimed at enrolling out-of-school children back into classrooms. The Emir made the assurance when he received a delegation from the National Commission for Amajiri and Out-of-School Children Education at his palace in Hadejia. Awal Muhammad Kazaure reports.
Nigeria currently has the highest number of out-of-school children in the world. According to UNICEF, 1 in every 5 out-of-school children globally resides in Nigeria. At the advocacy meeting in Hadejia, the emir represented by the Galadiman Hadejia Alhaji Usman Abdul Aziz described the rising number of out-of-school children as a significant but solvable national challenge. He urged parents, guardians, and community leaders to support the Commission's effort, emphasizing that addressing the Almajiri and out-of-school children issue is a collective responsibility that will benefit the nation at large.
So if parents and community give cooperation to this commission, it will go a long way in resolving most of the teething problems we are seeing in relation to the Almajiri system, in relation to the out-of-school children.
Chairman of the Jigawa State Advocacy Team, Mala Abdullahi Yunusa, said the team's mission is to raise awareness and encourage the reintegration of Almajiri and out-of-school children into the formal education system. Mala Yunusa noted that despite the provision of free and compulsory basic education, an estimated 10.5 million children aged between 5 and 14 years remain out of school, half of whom are from northern Nigeria.
Is aiming at remedying the situation to the extent that one day you will be thinking of a total eradication and the elimination of those Almajiris, and to see the total integrations of schools, both Islamia schools and those Western education, so that at least Nigeria will be a shining example that will be emulated by other African countries.
The National Commission for Almajiri and Out-of-School Children was recently established to coordinate and implement strategies to ensure every Nigerian child has access to quality education regardless of background or circumstance. In Dutse, Awal Muhammad Kazaure, NTA News.
And that concludes the news desk at 3 on NTA News 24. Many thanks for watching. I am Mina Danos.